When I watch Scarborough right now, it's a reminder to me that some people are just desperate to be around power. You know, he licked Donald Trump's boots when he thought Trump might be getting close to the White House. He couldn't have bent over and kissed and licked any harder, okay? Sorry for the graphic image, but he couldn't have. And then when he realized he wasn't gonna be vice president, he got mad. So Taylor Swift, there were, of course, tons of shots of her. People seemed very excited that she chose to drink a beer, like slam one of those skinny beers with the person sitting next to her. I mean, she's 34 years old. She's celebrating. That's great. That's like a normal kind of 34-year-old woman thing to do. I'm just sick of the over-celebration of Taylor being a normal person moments. Like, I don't give a shit what she's doing in the box. I don't want to see her after every single play. You don't show the other players' wives or girlfriends after every play they make, and they've been around with the Chiefs a lot longer than Taylor has. I'm sick of it. And the shots of her talking to Roger Goodell, I don't care that he's excited she's bringing new eyeball. I've had it up to here. She's a good songwriter and a good singer. She's not Jesus. This is how they treat her, and maybe he's letting the paparazzi know. And I love your laugh. Oh my God, it's so demeaning. Can you imagine someone speaking to Donald Trump that way? It's just demeaning. It demeans both the anchor and the guest. Drew Barrymore is not very good at this. I really didn't know that until I saw Dylan Mulvaney, and now I'm seeing this. But Drew, I can tell you're acting. And normally, you know, like in The Wedding Singer, I couldn't tell. Poltergeist, you were very good. I feel like you lost a little off your fastball, sweetheart. Yes, hypocrisy is alive and well amongst these sanctimonious leftists. From Kimmel to De Niro to Stephanopoulos, they want you to believe they're better than you, more virtuous, more decent. But we all know the truth. They lie. They sin. I'm gonna do an imitation where my microphone is Kamala and I'm Drew. Oh, really? Oh, I mean, uncomfortably close. Like, as close as you need to be to a microphone. That's how close Drew was to Kamala. And I felt for Kamala Harris. I did. I felt bad for her. You could tell she had embarrassment. I had secondhand embarrassment. And you could tell it was too awkward of an invasion of her personal space. But this was Drew's attempt to show, I'm Oprah. I'm Oprah. Trust me, I'm Oprah. I get it. No. For Oprah Winfrey, it came naturally, and she didn't have to force a fake, feigned intimacy. That's why she became Oprah, okay? That's why back in her day, she was very special and one of a kind. You're not Oprah, Drew. And your segment, I'm gagging on the narcissism. Yesterday, she compared herself to Nelson Mandela, and now today, we have to deal with this. She can't understand why anybody would think she's a diva. I mean, let me count the ways. As, you know, during the Queen's Jubilee, she's making sure to put the window down so everyone can get her photograph, right? As she's always got to be wearing Princess Diana's jewelry, as she's got to have just the right angle and photographer, and she'll only deal with this certain stenographer, press guy, Scobie, whatever his name is. She sues every magazine who writes something negative about her. She pulls the meanest comment about herself, tries to blow it up into what a victim she's been because she's only used to the good things being said about her. I mean, the fact that she didn't want to live in the royal cottage and the Frogmore, it wasn't good enough for her. They had to redo it on the taxpayer dime. She didn't pay. All of it. I could keep going. And now to be like, the indignation. Thank God it was just about my appearance. Yeah, thank God. That I understand. Look at me. I'm sure you saw the shots of her in Italy on a boat, like by herself, taking pictures of her own ass.
I saw those pictures, Megyn, and I was like, this woman is maybe 13 years old emotionally. Like, your marriage is in tatters. Every project you've put out this year has failed. You had to cancel your tour because when you reduced your tickets to $9, Americans still don't want any part of you. You vamoose to Italy to lick your wounds. You're in one of the most beautiful places on earth. And what do? You take out your cell phone to shoot pictures of your own ass? Are you kidding me?
If the nation needed a hug, never in its right mind would it go to Kamala Harris. Like, there's nothing, that's why it failed so brilliantly, like so miserably, I guess is the word, because it was untrue. If there had been even a nugget of truth in it, maybe it could have landed, but it didn't, because that's not who you would go to for a hug. There's nothing warm and fuzzy and comforting about Kamala Harris. Even the left would back me up on this. So it was just Drew Barrymore being completely obsequious because I guess she was so thrilled she got a sitting vice president on her show. It was an embarrassment. It was almost as bad as her Dylan Mulvaney embarrassment. Her inability to control her over-emotionality is really a problem for her, and it's a real turnoff to some. When I went to this thing, it was A-listers everywhere. It was all of Hollywood's most favored darlings. Now, it's like a bunch of social media, online influencers, and the Kardashians. Truly, and like some singers who I'd know. But the Hollywood A-lister game is pretty much over at the Met Gala, and so are you, Anna Wintour, because you're a bitch and no one likes you. Anyway, they host this thing. It costs $75,000 a person to it. The New York Times tells us Trump shifted around in his seat and whispered to his lawyer. A moment ago, it reported, he looked bored, but now he's engaged. Oh yeah, he's into it. Don't stop. He's engaged. Now, chapter from the great Frank Runvian of Law 360. Quote, Trump is sitting at the defense table as his attorneys whisper in his ear. One attorney, Frank tells us, twice referred to when Trump lost his election. Lost his what?